Hi everybody and welcome back. In this video, we're going to do something slightly different. So you have done research, you have a pretty good idea by now what this entails, and you've read a little bit of a more abstract thing on computer science as empirical inquiry, where we are really investigating what happens from a very empirical standpoint. Now, for the classroom, this might not be all that suitable because research obviously takes a little bit of getting used to, and research projects are really something that requires quite a lot of work and quite a lot of attention. So maybe not something that you can take that back and do directly. So let's have a look at some things that may be more appropriate. In particular, here I want to have a look at things that inspired research in computer science, but really came from outside. And one of the main things that computers have allowed us to do much better than ever before is organizing and accessing information. In particular, of course, the internet and the World Wide Web, where you can access any information you like from your phone without having to go to the library. You might have to talk to the librarian, they might not have the book, they might have to order this, and you might have to wait weeks for some information to be available. Now, all of that is pretty much obsolete because you can immediately, just by using your phone and the favorite search engine, get pretty much all the information that you want. This started way back in the 90s, and you might be aware that the World Wide Web was invented at a research center for physics in Switzerland at CERN by a scientist called Tim Berners-Lee, who had exactly this issue: access to information, in this case in a much more informal capacity, where the information was not necessarily available as a book, but it might have been a note. And in particular, in a large research organization like CERN, where lots of scientists are coming in and out, and you're collaborating with people outside of your organization, how do you provide all of that information that might be necessary and relevant to a project that you're doing in a way that it can be accessed and consumed easily? That was really the impetus for creating the World Wide Web and what we have today, where you can, as I said, immediately get access to pretty much all the information that there is. In the resources for this video, there's a link to a website at CERN that gives you a little bit more information on the history of the web. So have a look at that, and you can even see the first machine that the web was hosted on. Of course, nowadays, tons of computers, right? A single machine can't do that anymore. The World Wide Web is really a network of thousands and millions of computers that serve many different web pages. Okay, and as an activity that you can do now, and you can also go and take back into the classroom, there's this thing called archive.org, or the Wayback Machine, which allows you to take a look at websites how they were many years ago. So it periodically crawls the web and takes snapshots at websites, and that in some cases can be really interesting and really exciting. As an example, I have here the website of the University of Wyoming from 1997, February 12th, 1997. And as you can see, it does look quite different to what we have on there now. You can do the same thing. It might be a fun exercise to do this in the classroom with your students to, for example, have a look at old versions of your school's website. And you might probably find that the first version looks something like this. Very 90s. Okay, we don't have any animated GIFs on here, but I'm sure you can find websites that do that as well. So have a look at that. Find some website that you're using all the time and have a look at what it looked like 20 years ago or 25 years ago or however far back it goes. And then, of course, you can also find out how it evolved over time.